Howdy! This video is quite a departure from my usual content, but hey, I don't really have usual content yet, so debatable. But this is something I do want to make more of. Don't you worry, Ram, we will talk about you soon. But today, we'll be talking about an analog horror animation YouTuber who disappeared from not just YouTube, but the entire internet. JT Juts VFX. For the necessary background information, JT Juts VFX started off on YouTube on the 24th of June 2020, where he posted these really cool 3D animated analog horror videos, and at the peak they had about 562 subscribers. They were so underrated. But since her disappearance, it's unfortunately dropped to around 521 as of recording this video. I discovered their channel with a friend while we were looking for horror videos on YouTube to watch, and they really stood out to us because the thumbnails and the style and the way they titled their videos, they were really intriguing. And it's safe to say, but these videos terrified me. And it was that sort of terror where after you watched one, it was like, I don't want to watch another. That's too much for me. That's too scary, man. But now that they're gone, I wish I watched more of their stuff. They were so good. And they were so good because they had these quite realistic models and environments. And they paired this with some brilliantly built up tension. And then release some really loud FNAF 4 like jump scares. An excellent example of this is actually the first video of theirs we watched, where we were in this basement area, and at the end of this video, we have this creature in the doorway, but instead of jump scaring us immediately, it waits. And then hits us with the jump scare by lunging at us, which gave me a heart attack. A few other videos I remember is this sort of one that takes place around this submarine, and another one being in this maze with a metal gate. There are two other ones that I remember, but I'll get to those later. Now we can use the Wayback Machine, and it can take us back to the only point their channel was archived and that I can load. That being the 3rd of March of 2024. Where we can actually see some of their video titles, which gives us the title of our underwater video, most likely that being the Thalassophobia analog horror one. And by looking at these, you can agree with me that these seem so possibly intriguing. And it's so upsetting of how they're now lost media. It also adds to how strange JT Juts' disappearance is. Like, they had so many videos that they must have put so much effort into, and then just deleted them all. But that's not even the strangest part about their disappearance. Because the strangest part is that in their last video, to my knowledge, there could have been more past it, but they published an animated pilot for a show that to me resembled the Murder Drone sort of style. It was a sci-fi type show. And if memory serves, the main character was being chased by the police for stealing something. I think it was like a USB stick or something. And they were on this futuristic bike. And it ends up with them being in this dark building alone, and losing their bike and a gun of sorts. And then they end up being chased by this sort of creepy mechanical worm creature that I believe this police sent after them, but I can't remember. Then I checked the channel one day to find all of the videos gone. The channel's still up, but all the tabs a normal YouTube channel would have are just empty, leaving nothing but the channel icon, the channel title, and just an empty grey screen beneath. And there's no fanfare. There's no massive or small controversy I can find relating to them. There's absolutely no talk of what could have happened. Using Social Blade, this could have happened at any point between the end of May to the end of June 2024. This would make all of their videos unfortunately lost media if it wasn't for two YouTubers. You see, I alluded to there being two videos that I remember watching earlier that I'd get back to, and of course one of them was that pilot. But another video I watched of theirs was How to Survive a Puppet Attack Analog Horror, which you can actually see if you watch a YouTuber called Baz watch it in there. If you make any sudden movements, it's over video. And another video that I don't believe I've watched called You're Not Safe Here, which TGO Legend watched and reacted to in their video. These FNAF lost VHS tapes look like horror movies. At the end of the day, there is no concrete answers on why JT Juts VFX deleted all their videos, and with no clues anywhere on the internet, apart from maybe a comment on a LinkedIn post of Fox Render Farms from a JT Juts, it just leaves us with speculation. It could be anything from perhaps they just wanted to move on from YouTube, maybe there was some controversy in their inner circles, or perhaps they just weren't happy with what they made. And to JT Juts, if you are, by some miracle, watching this video, your videos were so inspirational and terrifying for me, and I really hope you return to YouTube one day. But with all that being said, would you like and subscribe for more Hyperlink Blocked? And I make animations myself, and I would love it if you could check them out. And with that, I bid you goodbye for now, perhaps.